Their Majesties are invited to their court. Colin Ursell to answer the question placed before him this day.
Comes before you, Baron Colin Ursell, who presents the Queen's Order of Courtesy from Adelina the First. He is a Baron of the Court of Kenrick II and Adelina II. He is a Grand Master Bowman. He's been appointed King's Archery Champion by Kenrick II, twice Baronial Champion of the Archery of Carolingia, Companion of the Order of the Sagittarius, Companion of the Order of the Silver Crescent, Companion of the Order of Perseus, Companion of the Order of the Daystar, Captain General of the Archers of the East, and Queen's Champion of Archery of the Light of the East, Vienna.
Hi, Colin. So we made you go sit in your room and think about what you did. Yeah. And we had a question that we wanted to ask. Would you consider?
There is a group of people who would speak on your behalf so that we may all know of your virtue and how you carry yourself and what led you on this path.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry who will speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, I am Seosamh, by the grace of Darius and LIII, a knight of the society, and I am really happy to be able to speak for this man. I have known Colin for going on 30 years now. During that time, I have found him to be a man of quiet, indomitable will. The words that seem to me most coming out of his mouth are, yeah, we can do that. I can say for certain that he has done what he has done for the good of the kingdom and for the love of this game. He is the epitome of perseverance with a smile. He is my peer. It is a good thing you do this day.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel?
I would be honored to take that role. I'm Ygraine of Kellswood. Colin Ursell has been a dear friend to me and my husband for decades. We have watched him on his path through the SCA as he found ways to serve the stream. He has juggled so many different jobs, handling all of them well. If he takes on a task, you know it will be done. It will be done well. He does things with courtesy. He is one of the most generous people I know. He has been a peer for many, many years. And this is a very good thing that you all do today. I will be honored to stand beside him in the Order of the Pelican.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense who will speak for this candidate?
I am Rhiannon, and I have been given that privilege. It is the role of the Speaker from the Order of Defense to speak of perseverance. And I know, not first, it is not usual to discuss at a Pelican ceremony that the candidate is a warrior, but he is. His chosen weapon is the crossbow, the same weapon that brought fear into the heart of the English at Agincourt and Crécy. He is a warrior. He is loyal. He fights for king, queen, kingdom. He is extremely hardworking. At Penzig, he is always there to set up the archery range, take down the archery range, marshal at the archery range. There is hardly ever a time he is not working. He is loyal. He protects his own. He protects this kingdom. So in many ways, I have spoken about perseverance. And I would have to say that he is not only my peer, he has knight here for some time. He will be an asset to the Order of the Pelican. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose?
Your Majesties, I am Thyra Aristotle, and I would be delighted to speak for this candidate. May I address your court? So I know Colin primarily through the archery community. I haven't really learned from him because he's a dastardly crossbowman. But he is a pillar of the community and has been for the entire time that I have been in the society. And when I hear that Colin is going to be helping to run an archery event, my first thought is, he volunteered for another thing? When he was asleep? But my second thought is, oh good, this is going to be a fun one. Because in addition to all of the essential things like bringing the equipment, setting everything up and taking it down, making sure there's water and bathrooms and all of that, there's also that ineffable spirit that you need to bring to an event. That good company, that camaraderie, that, for lack of a better word, I've been trying all day to find a better word, that vibe that makes us want to come to that event. You can't just bring the archery targets. You have to also bring the fun. And Colin has brought that reliably, month after month, year after year, for as long as I have been in the archery community. And for that, he has my thanks and my esteem. Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican?
I, Lee Kung Lo, Master of the Pelican, claim that honor. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, gentles all. I have known Colin for many years. To give you an idea, when I first met Colin, he was on an archery range, and I saw this kid shooting a crossbow. I had never seen one. That dates us a bit. He didn't know how to use the thing, and neither did I. But we learned together. Well, about that time, I was a master of the Chirurgeon's Guild, around Pensic 18. I was the commander of a radio-equipped stretcher team, and I needed stretcher bearers. So I needed someone with strong arms and legs, someone that doesn't drop things and has good hands, and someone that doesn't pass out from the heat. I happen to know that Colin had been trained in the Negev desert by the Israeli military. What's not to love? For 10 years, he carried my stretcher. There's so much more. He was the keeper of the baronial stuff in Carolingia for a couple of years, and that's a lot of stuff. It's a big pile of stuff and a big responsibility. Then he stepped in when the Captain General of Archers, when the King's archery champion was no longer able to fulfill his duties. Colin was called upon to fill that role, which he did. No respect, just the service. Now, he's been the Baron of Carolingia during a period of mental breakdowns and much stress. He's now the Captain General of Archers and the Queen's champion. That's effectively the service. But what it doesn't tell you about is the quality of that service. The way that it's done makes everybody around him feel good about it, instead of making everybody feel angry about it. And for that reason, and endless others, I commend him to you.
So, we asked that question. Would you join us others?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Sorry?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Is there a medallion?
Yes, there is.
And this? Is there a cloak?
Here is, Your Majesty. This was embroidered by the hand of his lady, Mistress Nicolette Bonham, who could not be here today.
Is there a cap?
There is, Your Majesty.
Oh, you're going to be nice more.
Maybe not. We'll see how that goes.
See what else we can put on.
All and singular. The below written was done in the 53rd year of the Society in the Shire of Wintavia upon 8 December, and their gracious and most excellent Majesties Wilhelm and Vienna, King and Queen of the East, have approved, ratified, and confirmed for themselves and their heirs the said gift and endowment in all of its points, and in witness thereof they have set their ensign's manual below. Upon the petition of the Order of the Pelican, the barons and other nobles, and the community of the realm of the East, the good King Wilhelm and Vienna, his lawful wife and queen, summoned into the court their faithful and ever-obedient subject Colin Ursell, whereupon their most excellent Majesties took testimony from honored persons of good repute concerning the said Colin, his great and infinite labors for the good weal of the realm, his benign countenance, his faultless, virtueful heart, and most especially they heard words of the said Colin's diligence, industry, and devotion to the practice of archery, the which exertions have been of great advantage to the realm. And upon hearing the same testimony, their most excellent Majesties commanded, instructed, and ordained that said Colin be invested and endowed with the Order of the Pelican, the said honor to be held and had by the same Colin freely, peacefully, fully, integrally, and honorably, with all manners of liberties, profits, easements, and lawful pertinence such as many members of the aforesaid order possess. And further, on that same day and date before the assembled court, the said Colin was gifted and endowed with arms in the form of the following: azure, a barrel festwise or, and on a chief triangular argent, a bear's head scooped sable. And so that the aforesaid gift and grant remain forever lawful, stable, and certain, their Majesties caused these present letters patents to be created, signed, and read aloud to the body of the court upon the same day and date, and for a copy of the same to be remitted to the custody of the said Colin Ursell. Calligraphy and illumination by Master John Blackstone. Words by Mistress Alice MacDonald.
Hear you,
you, my Lord Wilhelm and my Lady Vienna, that I, Colin Ursell, shall be to you both faithful and true, and shall owe my fidelity unto you, and lawfully shall do such customs and services as my duty is to you at the times assigned. So say I, Colin, Master of the Pelican.
Master Colin, we hear your words and we know them to be true. And we swear to protect you in times of war and seek your counsel in times of peace. So swear we. Wilhelm?
We present you, Master Colin, the newest member of the Order of the Pelican.
Viva!